I'm going to show you how to make a Glidecam from standard parts that you can obtain from your local Home Depot or Ace Hardware store. And if you want to take a look here, these are all standard parts that you can get. These, which are skate bearings, you'll need 4 of them. These just happen to be the cheapest that you can buy. There was $10 for 8 of them. And you're going to need some CPVC pipe, 3/4 inch. You're going to need a T and a 90 degree. And you're also going to need, hopefully they'll have a scrap piece for you, a small piece like this. If not, you're going to have to buy a whole piece. And at Home Depot, they only sell it in 10-foot lengths, but luckily it's only like $4. And to glue it, you're going to need PVC cement, or you can actually splurge, and for like $4 you can get a can of the Flow Guard, which is the glue that's actually used for CPVC. Now the reason we're using CPVC over regular PVC pipe, and I'll show you, this is a regular PVC 90 and this is a CPVC. You notice this one's light tan and this one's white. Now if we look at them this way, we take the skate bearing, it does not fit inside there at all. But the CPVC pipe is slightly different, and the bearing actually fits in there perfect. It's got a 7/8 of an inch inside diameter, so it fits a skate bearing exactly, and that's what we're looking for. What you're also going to need is this. This you can get over in the electrical section, and it's a 2.5 inch conduit strap. Then you're going to need to go over to the plumbing section and get these toilet bowl sets. And the reason we need these is these have a 5/8 inch brass screw, which is threaded all the way through. Whereas a regular carriage bolt, for the length that we need, will not be threaded down here, and we need the threads down here. And then you're going to need a pack of 5/16 inch lock washers, and you're going to need a pack of 5/16 inch nuts. The pipe, all of our pieces here, we're good to go. The first thing that we're probably going to want to do, and you can do these in any order that you like, is to take our strap and straighten these out. And we're going to do that with the vise. I'm just going to use my vise. I'm going to open it up, stick this in there like so, and just crank it down on this, like that. And see, all we've done is straighten that end out. So we'll do this end right now. Get a little bit in, and then voila. That's our first step. Easy. Our next step is to take our pack of bolts here. Want to take it out. And what we're going to want to do is the end here is going to be a little bit too big for our bearing to spin inside the 90 degree and the T. So we're going to take a file and we're going to file this. I'm going to mount this in my vise. I'm just going to use probably a medium to coarse grade file. This is brass, so it should come off real quick. And just file it down. Alright, see? All I did was kind of make it a little bit smaller so that it'll fit in there nice. Next thing that we're going to do is take these skate bearings and mount them to the bolts that we just filed off. And mine are open on the back, so I decided to push them through this way, like that. Brass nuts that it comes with, mounted in my vise. Down. So now you've got it like this. It'll all work. So now we've got to mount these to. We need to drill a hole, or if you don't have a drill bit big enough, you could cut a V. There, now I got a hole through. We've got our two pieces, the 90 and the T, and we've got our hole through the T. We'll mount that in there, and then here, mount that here, that there, and that's going to give us our rotation here. Okay, I just cut myself 4 little pieces of the CPVC pipe. When we put the glue on the pipe here, we're going to go around it, but what I'm going to do is actually about 1/4 of an inch up. Try not to get any glue on that, because when we seat this against the bearing, twisting it in, we don't want any glue to squish out onto the bearing, as you can see. So we'll let that dry a little bit and cut the excess PVC off. It's in there. Twist it and set it in. That one should be okay. I'm going to cut this excess PVC off on this side here, right up against the joint, if you can see that, right up against there, but you don't want to go all the way through. Something that's got a shaft on it, spins nice, it's flush here. So now we'll put a handle on that, but I'll wait and do that in a minute. Okay, I've got that all cut. Now what I'm going to do is just take my X-Acto knife here, and I'm just going to clean up the insides here. So now I got both my pieces here. We need to drill a hole in the top of this, and we need to drill a 5/16 hole. So I'm going to go do that on the drill press right now. Should be pretty close. Okay, so now what we need to do is mount the handle part on this. And I left enough so that I could get a pair of pliers in there to hold it. I'm going to take the bracket, stick it through like that, put it over it like that, another 5/16 inch nut like this. We need to mount this in here, but again we're going to need a nut here and a nut there, so let's put those on. We just take it this way through there. And then I just need to tighten those up, and that'll be your gimbal. So let me tighten that up. And then all we got to do is take a hacksaw and cut these off, and that off there. That. Just get right up against the thread, against the nut, because it's not going to matter anymore. So now we have a nice gimbal unit, and piece here, and just kind of carve out. There's a gimbal, and it's waiting for the rest of it, which will be part 2 tomorrow.